Ayman, good morning. What can you tell us this morning? What's new?
Well, we had a chance to put that allegation that the Israeli Prime Minister directed towards Hamas, and they responded. We'll get to that in just a moment. But in terms of today, as they usually do in the morning hours, Palestinian medical workers tend to go out and survey some of the attacks from overnight. They tend to try and recover the bodies that may be in buildings. There is one particular story today that's certainly grabbing a lot of headlines here in Gaza. This was a residential building that was struck late last night. It seemed that the Israeli airstrike was targeting a specific apartment building in that building. And as rescue workers and paramedics arrived to evacuate some of them, a big part of that high-rise building collapsed, trapping workers, trapping other people there. That was also caught on tape by some of the journalists. So far, as a result of that building collapse, at least 11 people have been killed. Paramedics and workers are still trying to assess the damage of the building. This is a multi-story building, a high-rise building here in central Gaza. So it is going to be one of those situations that a lot of people are watching very closely. It's a dangerous situation because officials are afraid that the building may collapse. In terms of the ongoing fighting, still a lot of fighting, intense fighting taking place in the eastern part of Gaza, where the ground invasion took place that has now been running into its 5th day since it began. Guys?
Ayman, there have been consistent and very credible reports of the civilian population being used as shields by Hamas during the fighting on the ground specifically, the population being used as human shields. These are people who just want to live their lives. What can you tell us? What's your sense of the feeling among the population of Gaza, Gaza City, about this ongoing issue?
Well, that's also the specific allegation that we put towards Hamas leaders and asked them to address in terms of what has emerged, at least the allegations made by Israel. The official response that has come out from Hamas's leaders in a statement exclusive to NBC News was they categorically denied any allegations. They said that there are journalists on the ground. The international community is watching. They have the right to go and freely ask Palestinians if they feel they're being used as human shields. They have repeatedly denied that in any way, shape, or form that the military wing of Hamas has placed its fighters in the vicinity of civilian institutions. Now, obviously, the United Nations last week documented a case where one UN school actually had in its vicinity rockets that were used in the fight against